Good morning, students. Today, in this lecture series of transportation engineering, we study about one of the important term which is used in reference to cross section of road. Okay, that is in highway geometrics. So, in this lecture, we are going to discuss about the side distances. This is most important term in highway geometrics. The geometric design of roads is the branch of highway engineering which deals with the location of the physical features of the roadway according to the specified standards and guidelines. It has to do with various aspects such as road alignment, formation width, camber, gradient, curve, super elevation, vehicle speed, etc. The main purpose of highway engineering is to enable the road user to arrive at his destination within the shortest time with maximum comfort and safety. In order to make this possible, efficient and meticulous planning must be done, for which the geometrics of the road must be taken into consideration. The physical elements of road are called as a road geometrics. Okay, so most important terms which are used in road geometrics such as right of way, road margins, shoulders, service roads, roadway width, curb, berm, carriageway, side distance, etc. So above these all important terms in road geometrics, today we are going to discuss about the site distances. What do you know about site distance? How can we define? So let's start. The safety and efficiency of vehicles on the road is largely dependent on the distance visible ahead of the driver. For this purpose, the design of roads should ensure the visibility of obstacles well in advance of reaching them. This distance is called as sight distance. Okay. In order to determine the required sight distance, it is necessary to standardize the height of the line of sight of the driver. This is kept as 1.2 meter as a standard. Then what are the types of sight distance? There are three types. First, stopping sight distance, that is SSD. Second, ISD, intermediate sight distance. Then third, OSD, that is overtaking sight distance. Okay. The sight distance available from a point is the actual distance along the road surface which a driver from a specified height above the carriageway has visibility of stationary or moving objects, or it is the length of road visible ahead to the driver at any instance. That means sight distance is nothing but the distance which is required to see the different objects which are visible ahead to the driver at any instance, which is taken as 1.2 meters always. Okay, you can see the diagrams which shows the sight distance. Okay, as already discussed about what are the types of distance, sight distance, SSD, OSD and intermediate sight distance are the three different types of sight distance. Let's start with the stopping sight distance. Stopping sight distance is the minimum sight distance available on the highway for a moving vehicle to come to halt safely without colliding with an obstruction. It is the addition of the lag distance and the braking distance. It is also called as non-passing sight distance. The minimum sight distance available on highway at any spot should be sufficient length to stop a vehicle traveling at design speed safely without collision with any other obstruction. Okay. That means the distance which is required for stopping the vehicle without any accident. Okay. Then overtaking side distance. Overtaking side distance is the minimum distance open to the vision of the driver of a vehicle intending to overtake the slow vehicle ahead safely against the traffic in the opposite direction. It is also called as passing side distance, and it is measured along the center line of the road over which a driver with his eye level at 1.2 meter above road surface can see the top of an object of height 150 mm above pavement. The minimum distance open to the vision of the driver of a vehicle intending to overtake slow vehicle ahead with safety against the traffic of opposite direction is known as the minimum overtaking side distance, that is OSD, or the safe passing side distance. The third type is side distance at intersection. Side distance at intersection. Driver entering an uncontrolled intersection, particularly unsignalized intersection, has sufficient visibility to enable him to take control of his vehicle and to avoid collision with another vehicle. Okay. Intermediate side distance. This is defined as twice the stopping side distance. This is defined as twice the stopping side distance. When overtaking side distance can be provided, intermediate side distance is provided to give limited overtaking opportunities to fast vehicles. Headlight side distance. This is the distance visible to a driver during night driving under the illumination of the vehicle headlights. This side distance is critical at upgradation and at the ascending stretch of the valley curves. Let's start stopping side distance. Stopping side distance, that is SSD, is the minimum side distance available on highway at any spot having sufficient length to enable the driver to stop a vehicle traveling at design speed safely without collision with any other obstruction. It depends on feature of road ahead, height of driver's eye above the road surface, that is 1.2 meter, height of the object above the road surface, that is 0.15 meter. Criteria for measurement. What is the criteria for measuring the stopping side distance? Height of driver's eye above road surface, let's capital H, and height of object above road surface, let should be small h. As shown in figure, IRC specification capital H should be 1.2 meter and small h should be 1.15 meter. Okay. Factors affecting stopping side distance: total reaction time of the driver, speed of vehicle, efficiency of brakes, frictional resistance between road and tire, gradient of road. These are the factors which are affect the stopping side distance. Total reaction time of the driver. It is the time taken from the instant the object is visible to the driver to the instant the brake is effectively applied. It divides into two types: perception time and brake reaction time. What is perception time and what is brake reaction time? Perception time is the time from the instant the object comes on the line of sight of the driver to the instant he realizes that the vehicle needs to be stopped. And second, brake reaction time. The brake reaction also depends on several factors including the skill of the driver, the type of the problems and various other environment factors. The total reaction time of driver can be calculated by PIEV theory. Analysis of stopping side distance. The stopping side distance is the sum of lag distance and the braking distance. What is lag distance? It is the distance the vehicle traveled during the reaction time and if v is the design speed in meter per second and t is the total reaction time for the driver in seconds, then lag distance is equal to v into t meters, where v in meter per second, t is equal to 2.5 seconds. Then lag distance is equal to 0.278 v into t meters, where v in kilometer per hour, t capital T is equal to time in seconds, 2.5 seconds. Braking distance. It is the distance travelled by the vehicle after the application of brake. When we apply the brake, while after application of brakes, for some distance vehicles will move or travel. Okay, that distance is known as braking distance. For a level road, this is obtained by equating the work done in stopping the vehicle and the kinetic energy of the vehicle. Work done against friction force in stopping the vehicle is F into L equal to F into W into L, where W is the total weight of the vehicle. The kinetic energy at the design speed of V meter per second will be half meter into V square. So braking distance is equal to V square upon twice G F. Braking distance is the length of the road covered by the vehicle from the moment of the brake is applied to the moment the vehicle comes to a halt, which is equal to V square upon twice G F. So stopping side distance is equal to lag distance plus braking distance, which is equal to 0.278 V into T plus V square upon 254 F. Okay, so coefficients of longitudinal friction, speed kilometer per hour, and longitudinal coefficient friction, which is given for different speed in kilometer per hour. For 30 kilometer per hour speed, longitudinal coefficient of friction should be 0.40. For 40 kilometer per hour speed, longitudinal coefficient of friction should be 0.38. For 50 speed, coefficient should be 0.37. For 60 speed, coefficient should be 0.36, and more than 80 km per hour speed, longitudinal coefficient of friction should be 0.35. Two-way traffic single lane road, stopping side distance is equal to 2 into SST. In one-way traffic with single or more lane, or two-way traffic with some more than single lane, minimum SSD is equal to SST. Then overtaking side distance. The minimum distance open to the vision of the driver of a vehicle intending to overtake slow vehicle ahead with safety against the traffic of opposite direction is known as the minimum overtaking side distance or the safe passing side distance. The overtaking side distance or OSD is the distance measured along the center of the road, which is a driver with his eye level 1.2 meter above the road surface can see the top of an object 1.2 meter above the road surface. Then what are the factors affecting the overtaking side distance? First, speed of overtaken vehicle, the vehicle coming from opposite direction, if any. These are the most important factors which are affect on the overtaking side distance. Also, distance between the overtaking and overtaken vehicles, skill and reaction time of the driver, gradient of the road, rate of acceleration of overtaking vehicle. Then analysis of overtaking side distance. While referring the figure in the book S.K. Khanna and C. Justus of Heavy Engineering, page number 96, figure number 4.14, we can get D1 is the distance travelled by overtaking vehicle capital A during the reaction time t seconds of the driver from position A1 to A2. D2 is the distance travelled by the vehicle A from A2 to A3 during the actual overtaking operation in time t second. D3 is the distance travelled by oncoming vehicle C from C1 to C2 during the overtaking operation of A, that is t second. B is the overtaken or slow moving vehicle. B is the overtaken or slow moving vehicle moving with uniform speed Vb meter per second or Vb kilometer per hour. C is a vehicle coming from opposite direction at the design speed V meter per second or V kilometer per hour. The distance travelled by the vehicle A during this reaction time is d1 and is in between the positions A1 and A2. This distance will be equal to Vbt meter, where t is the reaction time of the driver in second, that is 2 seconds. So overtaking side distance equal to d1 plus d2 plus d3. Overtaking side distance equal to 0.28 Vb into t plus 0.28 Vb into t plus 2 seconds plus 0.28 V into t, where S is equal to spacing of vehicle which is equal to 0.2 Vb plus 6. Capital T is equal to square root 4 into 3.6 S divided by A, which is equal to square root 14.4 seconds divided by A. If the speed of the overtaken vehicle is not given, Vb is equal to V minus 16 km per hour, where V is equal to speed of overtaking vehicle in km per hour. The minimum overtaking side distance equal to d1 plus d2 plus d3 for two-way traffic, and on divide highways and on roads with one-way traffic regulation, the overtaking distance is equal to d1 plus d2 as on no vehicle is expected from the opposite direction. Then what are the overtaking zones? It is desirable to construct highways in such a way that the length of road visible ahead at any point is sufficient for safe overtaking. This is seldom practicable, and there may be stretches where the safe overtaking distance cannot be provided. But the overtaking opportunities for vehicle moving at design speed should be given at frequent intervals. These zones which are meant for overtaking are called overtaking zones. The minimum length of overtaking zone should be 3 times the safe overtaking distance, that is 3 times d1 plus d2 for one-way roads and 3 times d1 plus d2 plus d3 for two-way roads. Desirable length of overtaking zones is kept 5 times the overtaking side distance, that is 5 times d1 plus d2 for one-way roads and 5 times d1 plus d2 plus d3 for two-way roads. Okay. Here we can see the distances S1, S2 and overtaking side distance 3 to 5 times OSD, 3 to 5 times OT, where S1 is the overtaking zone begin and S2 is the end of overtaking zone. Thank you. In this lecture we studied about one of the most important term related to highway cross section, that is side distance. In that we studied about types of side distances, that is stopping side distance, intermediate side distance and overtaking side distance, and the factors affecting them. Okay, thank you.